All right, so welcome back. Fitness Unplugged, here we go. I'm going to give you the story on my personal fitness journey. So me, growing up, I probably started off, I say in my early 20s, I was probably around about 160. Even in the military, I always just maintained like 160, 165. But for me, I have good genes. So luckily for me, I can look like I work out, but I didn't work out like that. After I got out the military, I just stopped working out for years. So by me just looking like I work out, I always just assume like, oh, I'm straight, oh, well, I'm healthy, or I ain't got nothing to worry about just because I got good genes. I haven't gained any weight or anything like that. Yeah, I was wrong. So, turns out, my cholesterol, so I had a doctor's visit, right? So, doctor tell me, and this was, I think I was around about 29, 30, something like that. So the doctor tell me, oh, well, your blood pressure is high. And FYI, I ate whatever I wanted. I'm just eating. I'm thinking out. And I'm the type to where when I eat, I don't gain weight. I never gain weight. If I could eat, I was just basically like a whole, just food. You just throw food all in there, and I don't know where it went, but I don't know. Your best guess, I don't know. So after all this time, so the doctor tells me, oh, well, your blood pressure's high, your cholesterol's high, so everything is just going wrong. I'm like, dang. And I'm thinking like is this real? Like, I went all these years and I haven't worried about my health or anything like that. And I was I'm active. I wasn't in the gym. I wasn't doing like cardio, but I was still I had a job to where I was pretty much walking around all the time, even walking around outside. So high cholesterol, high blood pressure. My blood pressure went like through the roof. I was like pre-hypertension, something like that. So they put me on blood pressure pills, right? Now I'm not telling anybody. Now I'm gonna talk about before, then I'm gonna tell you where I am now. So I started taking these pills, and from what I hear, I'm telling people, and they're like, man, you're kind of young, and you have blood pressure medicine. And that's the thing about, and I ain't gonna get into it. That's a whole nother video. I'm not gonna get into the whole medical field, pretty much where they just give you medicine, they just quick to throw you medicine instead of telling you what the actual fix is. They're not saying you could just fix high blood pressure. If your blood pressure is extremely high, so just definitely be on medication. But mine wasn't like through the roof. So for me, I was thinking like, I need to get this together. So I end up getting into the gym. I had people I talked to, friends, and they gave me tips on what can I do, to basically get in shape. Because I'm thinking I'm already in shape. Even though physically I still was in decent shape. I was skinny. Like, I look athletic, but I would call it like muscular / lean. From how I am now, I consider that skinny from how I look. So I get into the gym, I started working out. Yeah, I ain't stick with it too long, and kept eating bad. And like I said, there's a lot of y'all who may be not in the best health or in the best shape. I've been there. I've been in your shoes before. I know how it feels to feel like. Look, in my opinion, I feel like I can speak for me. For me, it was just I was kind of lazy. I was just like, whatever. I kept putting it off. Oh, I do it later. Everything's, I'm putting everything ahead of that, ahead of my health. So it got to a point to where I started to think to myself, and I think I don't know. It was one day I was feeling just real bad, and I was on and off the pills. And like I said, I don't. If you know, if the doctor give you pills, take it. Especially if your blood pressure is extremely high, you should definitely take it. You know, I'm not giving any kind of medical advice at all, but I'm just speaking from my perspective and where I was. So basically, I end up starting to take it serious. So I'm in the gym, I'm starting to work out, and when I try to explain to people, it's about consistency. I was doing what everybody else, what most people do. People get into the gym and then they feel like, oh, well, I'm not seeing any results, or, oh, well, it's taking too long. I got, and just putting other stuff ahead of it, not wanting to change your diet and things like that. And I think it comes down to not having an understanding about fitness at all. I didn't have an understanding. I just was kind of winging it. And so I got advice, and I ended up I actually took it serious. Stayed in there, stayed consistent. And I started to see results. And I'm gonna tell you about seeing results. When you start to actually see results, your whole perspective on the gym changes. It becomes more like, oh, well, it's something you didn't really want to do, but now it's like, oh, I want to do it because you're seeing the results now. And a lot of people, they quit before they even get to the results. And that's the biggest thing, man. People just don't understand. Like, when you start seeing the progress that you're making, you go want to go to the gym. It gives you like a dopamine hit to where you want to go to the gym. Like, oh, you feel like, oh, I'm looking good. I feel good. So I started getting out. I was like, oh, I'm starting, my physique, I was starting to look good. I was like, I like this. I like how I'm looking. And then, of course, the benefit, is a health benefit, because now you're healthy. And that's the main reason, you should really do it, of course, be in good health also. But that was a part of it. For me, it was, I guess, if you was to say on a scale of one, like the top three, what got me was how I looked. I was looking better. And two, I guess it was more a health thing. It's like, oh, well, of course, I'm looking better. Now my health, now, now I'm healthier. So now I'm going to talk about now. So now I would have to say, I'm glad that I decided to get in shape. And I decided to make that lifestyle change, because now my cholesterol is good, blood pressure, everything is good now because I'm working out, and I started off, I was working out like I was doing like up to I was getting dopamine. And when I say dopamine hit from the gym, I was getting it because I was working out like I wanted to go like 7 days a week, but I was doing 6 days for like months. I mean, I may do like 5. I may do 5 1 week, and then of course I'm doing my 6 every week. So I was getting results, and I was looking good, feeling good, and I think, like I said, that's the benefit I got from fitness. That's how it's helped me, right? For some reason, my weight is up. I weigh about 214. I'm about 214 now. It's between like 212 and 214. It fluctuates between there, right? But I mean, I like the weight that it's more muscle weight. It's more muscle. That's pretty much where the weight came from. It's mostly muscle. I mean, I do another video about eating habits. That's a whole nother video. I don't want to get off subject. But I think a lot of y'all who are already working out, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody who's thinking about getting to the gym, or maybe you're not taking it as serious, it's definitely, I recommend it to anybody to change your life. It kind of helped. It kind of saved my life, because right now, if I didn't make that lifestyle change, I probably would be. I probably like 160 something still, bad health, on blood pressure medication, and I left this part out, right? Now I've heard, now I'm not a doctor, I didn't ask the doctor this, but a lot of guys who was on medication, that blood pressure medication, I heard it mess with your extremities, and I ain't want that. I ain't want that. That was depressing to me. I said, oh no, I gotta get in the gym. That was a huge motivation. So a lot of y'all guys who ain't in shape, you know, you want to be on the medication or not? I mean, I ain't want to be on it, so it's up to you. But anyway, that's my fitness experience. That's where and I guess it started this was years ago. You know, I started my fitness journey, and now, I mean, I'm in a bit. I was in the military and I was in pretty good shape, and I can say, and that was years ago. But now I can say I'm probably in the best shape of my life right now. So anybody who's thinking about making a lifestyle change, hopefully this story helped. You know, and you know, y'all, you know, some of you all think about making that lifestyle change. You know, if anybody, you know, if you got any questions, comments, anything, you can just, you know, leave it below. Also, hit that subscribe button.
Push the goddamn button! You heard what she said.